Hello guys, welcome back to another video with me. My name is Chloe. Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a book review on Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. Now this is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. It's about 418 pages long and it's a fiction. And the year that this book was published in the UK was 2013. So I've rated this book 4 stars. It's not perfect, and I definitely have my reasons as to why it's only 4 star. But let's first of all show you the cover real quick. So this is our main character, Selena, and what I really like about this cover is the back as well, because she's got her warrior outfit on the front, and she's kind of got like a dress on in the back, and it's like this on all of the Throne of Glass series that I have borrowed. So here is my book review statistic things that I said. So I did a 3 for enjoyment, a 5 for writing, a 4 for characters, a 4 for plot, a 5 for readability, and a 4 for setting. Now the reason why I picked a 3 for enjoyment is because this book is set in 2 parts, and part 1 is really slow, and part 2 is where I think that everything starts to build up and become really good. So I thought that it was slow starting and really hard to engage with the first part, because it was kind of building up to it. And then in part 2, everything changes. You've got a plot twist. In fact, no, you've got multiple plot twists. You have where Selena, our main character, she starts to fight new monsters, or she comes into a dilemma and she has to solve it, that kind of thing. And it makes the story really interesting. And at the end of part 1, that is when everything starts to hit the fan, essentially, and change and become more dramatic and more serious. And I like how this book isn't romance, whereas Throne of Glass I thought was kind of a romantasy, but this one kind of focuses solely on Selena and not on her romantic interests, which I really like, because I think that romance might deflect from the whole assassin kind of personality kind of thing that Selena has. Selena is an assassin, and I think that if she has a love interest in the book, it might put her off assassinating people, which is her whole job. Her whole job is to assassinate people. So yeah. So let me read the blurb. So it says, I'll show you this part real quick. Crowned by evil, bound by duty, divided by love. So it says, Selena Sardothian, royal assassin, is the king of Ardalan's deadliest weapon. She must win her freedom through his enemy's blood, but she cannot bear to kill for the crown, and every death Selena fakes, every lie she tells, puts the one she loves at risk. Torn between 2 protectors, a captain and a prince, battling a dark force far greater than the king, Selena must decide what she will fight for, her liberty, her heart, or the fate of her kingdom. So that is the blurb, and I do think that this is a really important story for the rest of the series. Now I haven't read the rest of the series, but the next book that I'm meant to be reading is Heir of Fire, which is slightly longer. I think it's got about 500-600 pages in it, and it's going to be really interesting, because the way that Sarah left this book, it really has started to ramp up the tension a little bit. I think that the aim or the storyline for this is that Selena's job is the assassin, and all she has a contract to kill people for the King of Ardalan for, I think it's 3 or 4 years, and then she will get her freedom. That is a simple job. But Selena decides in the book that she does not want to kill the king's people that he orders to kill. So she fakes their death, which is a really smart idea. However, it's also really risky because Selena's friends and family would get killed if the king found out. So she's risking it all for this. And when everything falls apart and changes and the plot twist and everything drastic happens, that is when the characters start to change. Selena's character changes after a tragic event that happens. And it's really sad, but it's also really interesting because you have Selena's character develop in Throne of Glass, but then it kind of changes and morphs into a different kind of character with a different personality in Crown of Midnight. So I'm really interested to see what is going to happen in Heir of Fire. I do think that the target audience for this book is people who really like fantasy. I'm just starting out in the fantasy genre. The Throne of Glass series is what I'm starting on. And so I think that, you know, I'm definitely warming up to fantasy. I'm really getting some ideas and really enjoying the genre. But people who really like fantasy, like more of Sarah J Maas's books, ACOTAR, I don't really know what other fantasy books, School for Good and Evil, I think that is kind of along quite a similar line. If you like that, you'll like this, because I definitely do. And the age, if that's what you call it, the target audience is young adult. This is definitely not for young readers. Well, it's a young adult, but it's definitely not for like people under 16. One, because they won't understand, and two, because there are a couple of sexual references and the fight scenes are a bit violent. But that's what I'm imagining in my brain, but that's what I think. Anyway, I love how this book got me so intrigued. It's just, I was really shocked by the end. It was a really unexpected plot twist. I started reading this on the 3rd of March, and I just finished this today, which is the 12th of March. So I definitely need to do a bit more reading in March, but we're getting there. I will definitely choose my next book pretty soon and start reading that. But if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, please go and subscribe, please leave a comment for any more books that you recommend that I should read. I am slowly getting through my TBR pile and the A to Z reading challenge. So if you have any books that you would recommend for that challenge or any other challenge, please drop it in the comments down below. Thank you guys. Bye.